It's TBIC, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Empowerment USA. TNS Media Group is the team and the family. We have a big game this week, a divisional game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The question that's been mentioned to us is that if Mike Tomlin was to lose this game, what would be the outcome of his head coaching position with the actual Pittsburgh Steelers? Then remember, they have lost 4 games in a row. Now, I'm not saying it's all Mike Tomlin's fault. They have some quarterback issues. They don't have the best quarterback. They have Russell Wilson there, but they have lost 4 games in a row, I believe. And with that being said, would Mike Tomlin's job be on the line? Would he be fired from the Pittsburgh Steelers? Because you know the long history of Pittsburgh, they don't really hire that many head coaches. But losing this playoff game, the way the season has ended, will his job be on the line?
Me personally, I don't think so. Mike Tomlin is a very good head coach. One of the few good head coaches, because there's not a lot in the league right now. Mike Tomlin never not went to the playoffs. Never. He always get his team into playoff contention, whether they lost or not. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I think he's
coach.
Excuse me, coach. And I think that he's went to the Super Bowl and lost one. So that means that he's went to 2 Super Bowls.
Correct.
Like I said, every year he's been there, they always was a playoff caliber team and went to the playoffs.
Correct.
Do I think they would fire him? No. It's a few things that Pittsburgh has to tighten up because they started off the season good, very well this year. And it was like a kind of a collapse as the season went on, due to inconsistent quarterback play, due to injuries, stuff like that. I don't think this falls on Mike Tomlin solely. No, I don't think that they get rid of him. And as you said, they tend to stick with a coach for years. I think they would have 3 coaches in the last 40 years or so. So with that being said, I do not think, and then they very well could, but me personally, I don't think that they will fire Mike Tomlin. No.
Yeah. So if you look at Mike Tomlin's career, he had 12 playoff appearances, 7 division titles, and 2 Super Bowl appearances, as you mentioned, where they won 1 Super Bowl. But now, on the flip side, if he was to be let go by the Pittsburgh Steelers for whatever reason, do you think that he will be a highly sought after head coach?
Very highly. He's getting signed within 24 hours after he's getting let go by them. If he was to be let go, he will be signed within 24 hours to a team, and that team that he will be signed to will be a contender, if not that year, within 2 to 3 years to come. Mike Tomlin is a very good head coach. He's a player's coach. The team corrals around him. They listen to what he got to say. He has the resume to show what he has did, and what he can do. So yes, I think that a team will hire him within 24 hours of his departure from the Pittsburgh Steelers if he was to be let go.
Yeah, and Mike Tomlin is a head coach, man. He's one of the coaches, in my opinion. I mean, he may not have all the accolades or won as many Super Bowls as Bill Belichick, but he's right there with the Andy Reids, Bill Belichick,
yes, he is.
All those guys, because of his long tenure in the league. Like you said, he's been to the playoffs, 12 seasons, 7 divisional titles, and he had only won one Super Bowl, but they were very, very competitive, especially when they had Roethlisberger and his young tenure with
Troy Polamalu.
And they had
Ed Reeds and not Ed Reed,
Antonio Brown, and they had all those guys there. But just to look at that, I believe that if the Pittsburgh Steelers were to make that decision to relieve Mike Tomlin of his head coaching position, he would end up somewhere. And if he wasn't there, these teams would fire their current head coach just for opportunity to bring him in.
Yes.
In my opinion, I think that he will lose his job, and someone will lose their job because he will be moving in to that place to take over. Now, this is another thing before we exit with Mike Tomlin. Now, they do have a big game going against the Baltimore Ravens. What do you think Mike Tomlin is thinking right now, just going into this playoff game against their division leader, the Baltimore Ravens? And what does he think? What do you think his mind state is right now, based off the way the season has ended for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
And this is Tomlin that you're talking about.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin. Yes.
This is a playoff game, but not only is it a playoff game, it's a hated division game. His mind is going in there and beating them. That's what he's going in. He's going in with nothing else on his mind but beating the Baltimore Ravens. And that's the way you're supposed to go in, whether it's a division game or not. It's a playoff game. It's a step closer to the ultimate goal at the end of the season, and that's to acquire a Super Bowl. And he's going into that game trying to beat them. And not only is he's trying to, because like I said, it's a division game.
Yeah.
This is a division rival, a big-time division rival. If you think he ain't looking at his chops trying to go in there and pick them people out of contention, then you done lost your mind.
Yeah, I agree. So, we'll see what happens. But in my opinion, I don't think Pittsburgh is going to let go of their head coach. He's a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. So, I don't think it makes sense. But we'll see what happens. It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment.
MegaCare LLC, giving you an abundance of what you need. Do you know that MegaCare LLC has been top rated in home care since 2020? If you have a loved one, a neighbor, a friend who needs home care, if you're looking for top pay, 401k, benefits, health, call now, 215-644-8341. That's 215-644-8341.